are here in BioStock studio at Medicon Village in Lund, and we are here for the reason that we have recently announced a collaboration with NDA Group. And I'm here with Johan Strömquist, CEO of NDA Group. Very pleased to have you here, Johan. It's going to be interesting to hear more about the collaboration that we've entered. The NDA Accelerator, can you tell us what is it?
Absolutely, Jonas, and I am delighted to be here as well, I have to say. It's very exciting times. The NDA Accelerator is a way for small to very small biotech companies to really leverage some large pharma capabilities for the development of their programs and the furthering of their pipeline. It is also a way to bring the Nordic ecosystem together in order to help each other out, collaborate and find new ways of working, I would say.
And you mentioned small, medium-sized companies. Can you be a bit more specific of who is this accelerator aimed at?
Absolutely. So our idea to begin with was that the small companies and even the ideas coming out of academia today find it very difficult to find the right kind of talent, the right kind of expertise to move their programs forward, even into the clinic, but also beyond. So what we've done is we've created a platform for development of resources for these companies that will make it easier for them to progress with their development activities. And that means that we are aiming to build out a suite, a more comprehensive suite of services that we work for small and very small companies. So really companies starting off with a single innovator through to companies of 30, 50 people, something like that. That is really what we're aiming at today.
And within the framework of this accelerator platform, what specifically can the accelerator do for the member companies then?
Well, today, I think rather naturally, since it's the NDA Group who is behind this initiative to begin with, we start off with drug development advice and regulatory support. What we would like to do is to enhance this further and add on additional service offerings, which is why we're here to talk about our collaboration as well. But to begin with, we focused on those two domains to help companies get expert input at critical milestones in their development and to make sure that they have access to regulatory expertise across the whole development program and all the way through to marketing authorization.
And as you mentioned, we're here to talk about our collaboration. Could you again give a brief background to why were you interested in partnering with BioStock?
Absolutely. I think, as I mentioned, the idea that the NDA Accelerator can work as a platform for service providers and biotech companies to make it easier to find the right kind of partner for solving specific challenges that the companies are facing. I think that potential is tremendous, and we are only scratching the surface today. When we were thinking about what would be useful partnerships, we were thinking about what are some of the most pressing concerns that these companies are facing today. And one of those really pressing issues is to make sure that the market, investors, and people who have interests in these companies remain informed about their activities. And when you and I met and we discussed this, I was fascinated with the BioStock concept. I've come to realize since then that BioStock is not just excellent at responding to this particular need in the marketplace, but has a unique suite of services that caters to this audience in an ideal way, which made our approach to BioStock very natural, a perfect fit in terms of finding new ways to help our clients succeed with their objectives.
concrete services as far as BioStock is concerned. I mean, like I said, we have a suite of services, but aiming at communicating with the market, helping these companies reach investors, potential partners, and so on through continuous market communication, which is sometimes a challenge for a company within this sector. There are long lead times, clinical studies are rolling, and everything is going according to plan, but there's perhaps not so much that you can communicate in terms of press releases and so on. And sort of that's where BioStock can come in. And
yeah, I think that is one of the things that I find fascinating with the services that you provide through BioStock. The fact that drug development takes a very, very long time, and it's difficult to keep investors excited about what it is that you do when it takes years for it to come to fruition. But you guys don't just monitor the real activities, if you will, that happens within a biotech company. You have other ways of more indirectly supporting their news flow as well. That's one of the things that I thought was really interesting. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Really?
Absolutely. It's as you say, we do the direct coverage, meaning that we pinpoint the specific company, we follow exactly everything they do in the development, and we highlight and follow up on different milestones and major news events that the company can produce themselves. But then there's also the aspect, as you mentioned, of indirect, or as we prefer to call it, we call it proactive coverage, which is basically monitoring media, industry media outlets, preferably international, seeing what's going on out there and picking up on news that can be related to a specific company in a relevant way, of course. And also then by picking up and writing about that and sort of putting the company in a broader context, if you will, which in turn can help investors and other interest parties to sort of understand where the company is right now and where they are in the big picture, and all, of course, with the aim to widen the knowledge about the company and also raising interest in the company's projects and how it develops over time.
I think that is really important to fill those gaps in communication that you would otherwise normally have. But I guess for a small company, it's not just only a matter of having something to say. You need to actually be able to get the word out there. And you work with a number of different ways of distributing this information as well?
That's very true. BioStock has a sort of a multi-channel media platform approach to this, which means that BioStock or biostok.se, the website, is the absolute backbone of our platform. But it's far from the only outlet that we use. We use a number of different newsletters, both Swedish and international newsletters. And we also parallel publish in several social media channels, of course, Twitter, LinkedIn, the usual ones. And apart from that, we also employ other services such as Cision, where we can make sure that we get a good spread and reach for everything that we publish. We also have a collaboration using in-front terminals, which is, I think, 30,000 some investors and traders and portfolio managers keep a keen eye on, which is also, of course, helping to get the companies that we cover to get their message through to the market in a good way.
And as part of the NDA Accelerator, you now want to make these capabilities available to very small biotech companies.
We sure do. And speaking of that, the viewers here who might be interested in how do we take part of this, how do we become a part of this accelerator, where should they go for information?
Well, if there are companies out there that would like to be a part of the NDA Accelerator platform and of course benefit from the great package that you guys have created that is unique to the NDA Accelerator, all you really have to do is to sign up. You go to www.ndaaccelerator.com and there you sign up, you become a member. And as soon as you become a member, you're eligible to join the premium market awareness package that you guys are now offering through the NDA Accelerator. It's really not more difficult than that.
Yeah, it should be simple. And we at BioStock, we are of course truly excited to be part of this NDA Accelerator, and we're very much looking forward to working with you guys and to work with a lot of companies in the small and mid segment out there.
And so are we. This is a remarkable first step on a wonderful journey. Thank you very much for joining us, Jonas.
Yeah, thank you for coming.